Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr in the next round with our Crusader background. And in the off I sold some items we could not use or we will not use, and by now with this character at least we do not have the Tech Priest by now, so I just sold them. For example, our weapons stack was completely full, and I noticed a small mistake I did actually. I still had the armor from the beginning, so it was, I think, the armor rating or the power rating was just 5. So I saw we had this nice armor, the demolition armor, a rare power armor with a power rating of 21, damage reduction of 19, and the cyclone missiles on top. So that is quite nice. As you can see, it even looks nice, so that is a little change, and that gave us the little boost here to a power rating of 160. Anyhow, that is not the point of this episode. We will go on with our investigation hunt for the Martyr, follow the feral beast gang, free the tech priest, and eliminate the gang leader. And that is what we may do in this mission if we are in the correct location, which I by now actually do not remember. So as you can see, the power rating of the mission, so here we have to free the tech priest, I remember, and the power rating is at 143, so that is lower than our, so we should actually make it. And I have successfully lured away the majority of the feral beasts. The extraction team located the tech priest, but they were rapidly cornered in one of the storage rooms. They need my immediate assistance. Threats, rebel stationary weapon, rebel engine, and objectives, panic roof. Reach the RIP before it's too late. Take the RIP to the extraction point. And as you remember, if you have seen this mission with our Psycho class, I had a little bit of a trouble to get the tech priest to the extraction zone, because in that mission there have been, I think I had 2 or 3 tries, because every time it got killed the tech priest got killed on the way to the extraction point. Hopefully that is not going to happen right now. Anyhow guys, that now brings us to the mission. Let's go. Alright, obviously no introduction. Alright, that's fair enough. Let's then... Oh, I remember now more of this mission. Sorry if I don't remember every story missions. It has been a while since I played them the last time. So we seem to have a little bit of more troubles in the beginning than we had with the Psycho background, but for now that should not be any trouble at all. The fun fact is now I haven't played with the Cyclone missile blast, is it even called that? Cyclone missile launcher, in a while, so I of course still remember what it does, but I am not too certain how whether I can use it correctly. I hope that, but we will find that out once we are in a dire situation to use it. What I remember, of course, that it does a lot of AoE damage. Because of that, I actually quite enjoy the missile launcher, to be precise. Anyhow, I ran to the left because if I remember correctly, that was the better way to go. Because at least in most times when I played I played this episode a couple of times with the Psycho class, and there mostly I had to extract the tech priest to the left side. So that's the reason why we are taking on the left side. Anyhow, so we are not getting killed. There were a lot of enemies in here, which is not weird, but always hard to deal with. As you have seen, I used the Cyclone missile launcher there on the Ogren Enforcer. I think that is always a very amazing tool to deal with armored champions. That is just the case. It kills them off mostly in one blast. At least if all missiles are actually hitting the target, then, you know, they're just blasted away, which is just amazing, I think. So, is here anything else? Can't open that door, and I can open the door, and no inoculators in there. Alright, anyhow. As it seems like now we don't have to use more of our, or we don't need more than we actually currently have. That is actually fair enough, so let's use the Cyclone Missile Launcher again. It not only took most of the Balduin's HP, it killed the Imperial Guardsman there as well, which was a nice little side effect, which I enjoy quite well. So then here are going to be a couple of targets again. Let's use the grenade, because why not? The only part I don't completely like about the grenade, you know, there's always stuff you can like and you can't like. What I don't completely like is that it, of course, it is a little bit delayed, though I do not know whether through being delayed, whether it actually does more or less damage than a normal AoE grenade does. That is the question at hand. So what I'm wondering, so I've seen these guys are actually shooting at the security door there. Are they able to break it when you are too late? That is a good question.
I have found him, Captain, but it's too late. Tech Priest seems beyond repair.
Switching language module from Cant Mechanicus to Gothic. Apologies, Inquisitor. Proceed.
Thank the Emperor. I've come for you. I'll explain everything later. Now, let's get out of here.
So that, of course, now makes a little bit more sense than it did when I played it with the Psycho, because there we did not have the little talk. I think we only had the talk of the Psycho Inquisitor and not of the Tech Priest, which actually said, you know, my communication module is damaged, so that of course now makes a tiny little bit more of sense. Please, not at the Tech Priest. Don't die. These guys, of course, with their running attack are not very cool to deal with, because once they are through, I think that is not good for the Tech Priest, and it could be killed in one charge. At least that's what I think. Whether that's true, I don't completely know, but I think so. Good thing is, of course, we have still a couple of volleys with our nice Cyclone Missile Launcher. That is always nice to use. So let's then kill off the... Where's the Tech Priest? There it is. We still have a couple of shots over, and it seems to go quite well. Going in here. So if we would have been going in here the first time, we would have, you know, had some inoculator refill, but as you can see, we don't need it right now. So basically we killed all enemies, the Tech Priest is secure, and the mission is done. That is really amazing. So let's accept it. For once, this is a shorter episode, depending on what kind of, how much there is going to be after the episode, how much talking. So let's actually see. Item wise, well, not the best, but acceptable. Congratulations, you have reached the next level, level 5, no, level 6, sorry. Excuses are the refuge of the weak. Alright. And, well, that could be nice. So let's take a look in the inventory in a second. Coming to think about it, I ended the last Crusader background episode with not taking a look at the items because we couldn't see which I knew, and none of them were actually useful. Sorry, that was in the off, I did forget that. Really sorry for that. Anyhow, debriefing. Mission successful. The Tech Priest of the Requisitional Expedition Epsilon 26 Artificer Omnicron Arc has been rescued, and he's waiting and he is awaiting debriefing. He will be surely willing to share information on his ties to Lord Klosterheim and the Lord Inquisitor himself. Result: operation successful. Next step: new complications. The rest of the feral beasts, the deserters who followed the fake distress signal, are returning to their hideout. I must deal with them now. Alright, but that now is going to be the next episode, guys. So now we see the new items, which is really awesome, because there are items, you know, we may be using. I haven't used the heavy flamer off yet, and shotgun I don't like. We have the autogun, that of course is not useful, and you know, we risk something. The next episode we are going to take, I have never used the heavy flamer before, not in the off and not on record, so we are going to try out the flamer. I could think in larger enemy groups of Imperial Guardsmen that could be quite useful, but we are going to find that out in the next episode with the Psycho background. So the neural implant, not necessarily good, but the Void Shield I'm going to take because I like them. Anyhow, guys, that brings us with the not with the Psycho background, but with this Crusader background, brings us actually to an end. And in the next episode, we are not going on with the priority assignment, but we will go on with the investigation, the hunt for the Martyr. And guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. And as usual, you beautiful people, if you enjoyed this episode, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and well, I will see you in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.